Lightning McQueen had everything: fame, speed, sponsors, fans. But he also had something else: an ego so big that it almost destroyed his entire career. The story of Lightning McQueen from Cars isn't just about racing. It's about what happens when success makes you believe you don't need anyone else. At the beginning of Cars, Lightning McQueen is the biggest rising star in racing. He's young, fast, and incredibly confident. In fact, he's so confident that he believes he can win the championship completely on his own. While other racers rely on pit crews, engineers, and teamwork, McQueen proudly says he doesn't need any of that. To him, teamwork is weakness, and this is the first sign of his biggest problem: his ego. Ego is a strange thing. At first, it feels like confidence, but when it grows too big, it turns into arrogance. And that's exactly what happens to Lightning McQueen. He starts treating people like they're beneath him. He fires his pit crew. He ignores advice. He thinks being the fastest driver automatically makes him the best person in the room. But the truth is, talent can get you to the top. Ego is what pushes you off it. Everything goes wrong. Near the start of the movie, Lightning McQueen makes a huge mistake. He refuses to change his tires during the race. Why? Because he thinks he's too good to lose. But that decision costs him everything. On the final lap, his tires explode, and suddenly, the confident champion, who thought he was unstoppable, is barely able to cross the finish line. Instead of winning, he ends up tied with two other racers. For the first time, Lightning McQueen realizes something important: being talented doesn't mean you're invincible. While traveling to the final race in California, Lightning McQueen gets lost. He accidentally ends up in a forgotten little town called Radiator Springs, and this is where his real transformation begins. At first, McQueen hates it there. The town is slow, the people are simple, and none of them care that he's a famous race car. But that's exactly what he needs, because for the first time in his life, Lightning McQueen is forced to slow down. In Radiator Springs, McQueen meets someone very important: Doc Hudson. At first, Doc seems like just another old car living in the town, but eventually McQueen discovers the truth. Doc Hudson used to be a legendary racer. In fact, he was one of the greatest champions in history. But after one terrible crash, the racing world forgot about him. Doc knows exactly what fame can do to a person, and he sees the same dangerous ego inside Lightning McQueen. Doc teaches McQueen something powerful: winning isn't everything, respect is. For the first time, Lightning McQueen starts learning what he never understood before: friendship, teamwork, humility. He helps rebuild the town's road. He spends time with the people, and slowly, the arrogant racer who once believed he was above everyone else starts becoming someone better. When Lightning McQueen finally reaches the championship race, something has changed. He's still fast, but now he's different. He races with confidence, but without the ego. And when another racer crashes near the finish line, McQueen has the perfect chance to win. But instead of speeding past him, he stops and helps the injured racer cross the finish line. In that moment, Lightning McQueen loses the race, but he wins something much bigger: respect. Final lesson: the story of Lightning McQueen teaches us something important about ego. Ego tells us we don't need anyone, but the truth is, nobody succeeds alone. Real greatness doesn't come from being the fastest. It comes from knowing when to slow down and remembering the people who helped you get there. Because sometimes, the biggest victory in life isn't winning. It's becoming someone worth cheering for.